This is Tinubu's end, his inner circle full of traitors. Barogi says after Buhari's minister Aragbeshola mockery of former governor. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. United States professor and columnist Farouk Barogi says the erstwhile loyalist of the national leader of the All Progressive Congress APC, Bola Tinubu, have lost respect for him. Barogi was reacting to the Minister of Interior Rauf Aragbeshola's mockery of Tinubu, one of President Muhammad Buhari's ministers. Aragbeshola had on Monday, while addressing APC members in Ijebu-Ijesha, described his successor Gboyega Oyetola as the most useless and corrupt governor to ever rule the state. The crisis in APC, we all know that it is going to get to a point where things like this will happen. And of course, it's election time. So there's a lot of politicking, abusing, insults, whatever you call it, is available. Well, as for Tinubu's case entirely, I want to say this. I believe what Barogi says. People are not trustworthy. He's going to know for sure that people who roam around him and hail him, babao, they do not have good interest at heart for him. The news in detail, please stay with us. A United States professor and columnist Farouk Barogi said the erstwhile loyalist of a national leader of the All Progressive Congress APC, Bola Tinubu, have lost respect for him. Barogi was reacting to the Minister of Interior Rauf Aragbeshola mockery of Tinubu. One of the President Muhammad Buhari's ministers, Aragbeshola, had on Monday, while addressing APC members in Ijebu-Ijesha, described his successor Gboyega Oyetola as the most useless and corrupt governor to ever rule the state. The minister also attacked Tinubu, saying the same treatment meted out to former Lagos State Governor Akinwumi Ambode, which foreclosed his re-election bid in 2019, would be revisited on Oyetola. Although in the video, Aragbeshola did not mention the APC presidential aspirant's name, he made insinuation that the former Lagos State governor was responsible for the political situation in Osun, including how he was abused his leadership and suddenly assumed the God complex. Aragbeshola, while castigating Tinubu, also said, "Want it to Nyara," meaning they're already paying themselves. This comes a few days after the APC leader was seen in a viral video with suspected pee stains on his attire during a visit to Awujale of Ijebu land. Barogi in a Twitter post described the inner caucus of a former Lagos State governors as traitors. It appears like Tinubu's previously impregnable political base has now totally collapsed. He has lost his mystic and is now openly challenged and even mocked by his previous loyalists such as Rauf Aragbeshola. His inner circle is peopled by traitors who habitually leak unflattering information to the public about his health struggles. And his PR team is a crying disaster of ineptitude. Well, every beginning has an end, and I think this is the end for Tinubu. But it is an embarrassing end. Yes, because about this particular story, how are we going to say this? Tinubu himself, yes, he has health issues. First of all, how did the public get to know that he was out on consultation and not for, out for medical, checkups and not for consultation? And then, this again? No, now. He should check himself. It is not everybody that calls you, that smiles with you are people who actually like you. That's the truth. Be careful who you trust. Has Aragbeshola forgot how he was made a governor in Osun State? They did not know that he was forced on some people then in 2010. Why is Aragbe crying more than the bereaved? Is Aragbeshola fighting for the people of Osun or for his own selfish interest? Just because he was not allowed to put his successor in power, he is crying up and down. Let us wait and see what will become of him after Saturday primary election in Osun in 2023. We exalted him beyond this. Tinubu's status, and he turned himself into a god, Aragbeshola. They are peeing on themselves, Aragbeshola. Mr. Tinubu has an illusion of power. Tom Ikemi. These are people who are supposedly his allies, saying this about him. Every reign must hurt. Totally, absolutely correct. No matter how a champion you are, no matter how long you've been serving as a king, even if you've been serving for 50 years, one day you will go and leave that seat. And of course, whether you like it or not, somebody will come to that seat and take it. That is the truth. Everything that has a beginning surely has an end. Unfortunately, greed is making it an embarrassing end for the acclaimed owner of Lagos. It is time to change lane. People are not sparing him at all. What people don't know is that Aragbe is gone since late 2019. He is just breathing his last breath in politics in Osun State. Hashtag Beloya. The beninging, oh my God, the beninging of the end of a great political family. We are watching them as the day for more close betrayal is close. Yes, so since they can say something like this, that means when the battle gets tougher, it's not going to be funny. Only God knows what they are going to be using against him then. Aragbeshola have just demonstrated that there are maybe some citizens in the emperor's domain who are bold enough to say that the emperor does not have clothes on him. Okay. Who is the traitor when you cannot even get your own replacement? Get your own replacement yourself in your own state. Somebody comes to Lagos to hand you a man as a replacement. This is the height of greed and total distrust for Ogbeni Aragbeshola. He's within his right to fight back. Enough of the boot licking. Oh, they're not coming out to say this boot licking, Abi. You don't know what's going on. You don't know. All hail the king. Every kingdom certainly has an end. Every kingship, have an end. No matter how long the sitting king has reigned. He will one day hand over power to somebody else, whether he likes it or not. Between this thing and Reno, I don't know who's gone. Okay. I feel reluctant at times to react to some issues. For God's sake, what is the fault of Asiwaju in this case? Aragbe was allowed to rule for 8 years. He should allow Oyetola to run his government. Why must Tinubu interfere in Oyetola's government, especially when the government is doing what the people want? Okay, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.